Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to Movie Files. Today, Morgan and I are excited to introduce a series that we will be starting today called Movie Bucket List. So, essentially, every month, Morgan and I will be coming to you guys with new reviews as well as movies we're excited to see and TV shows. This month, we already did a review for It, which you guys can check out on our channel, as well as a review for the first episode of American Horror Story, which we will be doing that weekly. But again, essentially, Movie Bucket List, we're going to talk about what's coming out, what we're excited for, and what we got coming for you guys. So September 15th, we got a pretty cool movie coming out, something with mothers and invaders and some creepy stuff. So Morgan, you want to tell us a little bit about more?
Yeah. This Friday, September 15th, we have Mother, written and directed by Darren Aronofsky. This has an all-star cast. We've got Jennifer Lawrence, Javier Bardem, Ed Harris, and Michelle Pfeiffer. A couple's relationship is tested when uninvited guests arrive at their home, disrupting their tranquil existence.
So Mother, so we saw they showed the first trailer a few months back or in the middle of the summer. When we saw it, it was very, very vague. Even the synopsis that Morgan read to us, very basic storyline, nothing hinting at what we have, what can we expect. But the more recent marketing stuff that they've come out with, you've gotten a little bit more of the story and what the characters are up to and what characters might be pinned up against each other and what we can expect to maybe happen to the Jennifer Lawrence character. So it's something I'm excited about. All the players from the cast to the director, especially the director, whenever Darren comes out with something, he always has his psychological spin, dark storylines, characters go through stuff, inner demons. So super excited about Mother. What about you?
Yeah, I'm excited too. So like Elliot said, most of the trailers have been pretty vague. I was excited just right off the bat, even with the vague trailers, just because of the cast.
For sure.
And then it just, I think with it being vague, sometimes that helps. It makes you just a little more like interested. You're like, all right, keep teasing me a little bit more. What else do you guys have? And then when we actually went and saw it last week, they had more of an extended trailer. So it was like just enough, kind of the cherry on top that was like, all right, we're going to go check this out. Javier Bardem, I think he's going to be phenomenal. I really, really do. I think it might be some kind of like satanic ritual. I don't know.
Who knows? It might be a
devil
comedy.
baby in Jennifer Lawrence's stomach. I'm not sure, but we've got a great cast. And then, I think the storyline seems interesting. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good movie. I know the reviews are already up. The embargo lifted a couple days ago. We've stayed away from the reviews because, again, like Morgan said, we want to go in kind of, blind to what we can expect. So, we're excited about Mother this Friday. So the following week, we have a pretty cool sequel coming out that Morgan's going to tell you guys about.
On Friday, September 22nd, we have Kingsman, Golden Circle, based on the comic book The Secret Service by Mike Miller and the sequel of 2014 Kingsman Secret Service. It's directed by Matthew Vaughn. Again, we have an all-star cast starring Taron Egerton, Colin Firth, Julianne Moore, Jeff Bridges, Halle Berry, and Channing Tatum. When their headquarters are destroyed and the world is held hostage, the Kingsman's journey leads them to the discovery of an allied spy organization in the U.S. These two elite secret organizations must band together to defeat a common enemy.
So we got Kingsman Golden Circle, the sequel to the 2014 smash hit. For Morgan and I, we didn't even get a chance to check it out that summer that it came out in 2014. But with all the reviews and knowing that, Matthew Vaughn came to bring his A game and hearing all the stuff that went down, we bought it when it first came out. And I rarely do that, buy movies that I haven't seen at the theater. So when we checked it out, I was super glad that it was a phenomenal movie. So twice as excited to see the second go around. Matthew Vaughn is coming back is pretty huge because Matthew Vaughn, if you guys follow his career, doesn't really do sequels. You know, he had an opportunity to do Kick-Ass 2, which my personal opinion wasn't as good as the first one. He had an opportunity to come back and do another X-Men series or another X-Men, the sequel to First Class, didn't come back. So this time around, he came back to do the sequel. So you know he has something up his sleeve and is going to bring something awesome to it, especially with this cool, kind of different, cast that they have going. I'm super excited to see what they have to deliver to us this time around. What about you?
Yeah. So the first one, like, I'm not a fan of spy movies.
Yeah.
I can be very particular, and then Elliot kind of like makes me watch movies and helps me broaden my horizons, I guess. But I actually really enjoyed the first Kingsman. I thought it was just brilliant. I know that's very British of me to say, that's why I said it. But anyway, I guess I'm excited, but I don't think as excited as Elliot. Sequels kind of just make me a little nervous, and it's going to be a whole different take because in the first one, our main character, Eggsy, he was really like trying to find out who he was. He was very lost, trying to find his way, and then boom, he finds out who he is, becomes quite the badass, and it is a great movie. But in the second one, he's already going to be grounded, already going to know who he is. I know that in the first one there was some like corny humor. In some of the trailers, I thought like some of the things were a little cheesy, but we're still gonna see it nonetheless, and I have of course I hope that it is great. I just don't think I'm as excited as Elliot is.
So. And I know too, to her point, I like the I guess she calls it cheesiness. I like the over the topness of it all.
He is cheesy, so
I like how they go over the top. Just like Kick-Ass, it's a superhero movie, but as you guys saw with Kick-Ass, Matthew Vaughn brought his own. I mean, it's based off a comic book, but he brought his own flavor and sensibilities to the film, and it turned out really great for me. So I'm hoping that Kingsman.
Yeah, and it can be a good or bad. Like if you do it right, cool. But I don't know. I just felt like some of the trailers were just like a little corny. But
I think she's going to end up loving it, guys, when it comes out.
We'll see.
So that's coming out on the 22nd. Then that leads us to the last weekend of September, the 29th. We have a reboot, sequel, something going on with Death. You want to tell us a little bit more about the 29th?
Yeah, for sure.
On Friday, September 29th, we have Flatliners, which is the sequel of the 1990s Flatliners. This is directed by Niels Arden Oplev and is starring Ellen Page, Diego Luna, and Nina Dobrev. 5 medical students obsessed by what lies beyond the confines of life embark on a daring experiment by stopping their hearts for short periods. Each triggers a near-death experience, giving them a first-hand account of the afterlife.
So as Morgan said, this is a sequel to the 1990s edition of Flatliners. Hence to the fact that if you check out IMDb, they have Kiefer Sutherland's character is coming back as the character he was in the 90s. So this is officially a sequel. So with me, I've seen bits and pieces of Flatliners. I haven't seen it all the way through. We're definitely going to check it out before it comes out, just kind of rehash everything and coming in, being familiar with some of the story beats of the storyline. So we're excited about it. It's a pretty good cast. Director seems pretty solid. Ellen Page is always great. It's been a while since she's headlined.
I don't think we've seen her since like Inception. I don't know.
I know she's been in some other stuff, but I don't think she's been in anything.
It's been a while since I've seen her.
Yeah, with her being the main star in this one, we're excited to see what she brings as well as the other cast. And the storyline's always cool when you have a movie exploring the elements of death and what happens to us and the effects that it can do to you and your others is pretty interesting. So it's like a great long episode of like Twilight Zone or something. So we're super excited about it. What do you think about Flatliners?
Yeah, I'm really excited just because I had never even heard of it. Mm-hmm. So I know Elliot, he was familiar with it, but when I originally heard of it, I hadn't seen a trailer, but we had heard about it while we were listening to a podcast. So anyway, I was intrigued by the story, but then when we went and saw it, they did show the trailer. And that was when I was like, all right, I'm excited. This looks interesting. As Elliot said, it talks about the afterlife, which always intrigues me. I think it really does for most people, just because it's that unknown element that none of us really know in life. Right. So I'm really excited for that. And then Ellen Page, like I said earlier, I'm excited for her. I think she does a nice job.
I really like her. So honestly, like out of the month of September, it was definitely like a top.
Yeah,
Can't wait
yeah.
to see it. But Flatliners is definitely going to be up there. I think we're going to try and check out the sequel.
Yeah, for sure.
Just so we can, kind of compare, contrast. I know Elliot said, it is going to be a sequel. So I'm interested to kind of see what the differences are going to be and things like that. But
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really good. I'm super excited.
Yeah, so I mean, September has been a pretty cool month. I mean, you have It and then Mother coming out, and you got a great sequel coming out, and then wrapping the month up with another kind of suspenseful thriller.
Yeah, and I
type
think
of
it's a
movie,
great way
so-
to go into October.
To the Halloween, yeah.
That Halloween period, and October's got great things too. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So, again, guys, thank you guys for tuning in to Movie Files. And again, this will be a common theme of ours every month. We're going to give you our bucket list of movies we're excited for.
And let us know your bucket list.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, guys. We want to hear what you guys have to say, which movies you're excited about, because there are some movies that we left off the list that we probably won't get the chance to check out. I know there's the kids' John Joe movie or the Lego movie coming out later this month, and there's a couple Oscar movies that are going to probably be up for an Oscar later this month. But tell us what you're excited about. We always want to know what you guys are thinking as well. So thanks for tuning in. Again, we have our reviews up for It, as well as the first episode of American Horror Story. And then, we'll have some more reviews coming out, especially this Friday for Mother. So thanks again for tuning in, guys, and you have a great rest of your day.